Hello, everyone out there. Well, you're welcome to your favorite podcast show again called TIT4TAT. Well, let's do our introduction from here, right? I think from the gentleman here, you can tell the guys your name though.
Hello, everyone. My name is Daniel, and I'm glad to be on the podcast. Thank you.
All right, and then, well, the name is KB, as you all know. Well, you can call me KB Levington. Well, and over to the first lady of the house.
Hello, everyone. I hope I meet you good. My name still remains Yemi Kuti, and as you all know, I'm into designing, branding, and printing. Whatever you need concerning that, give me a shout.
And
I'm
then,
available.
Right, my name is Emmanuel Anozie, aka Oshe.
Okay,
Good to have you guys here on this
podcast.
lovely TikTok show.
and behind the camera there, we have another Sean there right now. Even though he's just here to just walk the bench anyway, but it's okay. It's cool. So guys, today right the topic for today is Nigerian politics, not politics.
Politricks. The tricks in
What do you guys think
politics.
here?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's a
think
good topic.
It makes sense like that.
Yeah.
But why do you think we target politics? Because definitely there's always trick in politics anyway.
Yeah.
It's a thing of anything that's a thing of number is a trick.
Yes, and when it comes to Nigerian politics as it is, there's a lot of diplomacy that these leaders, put in place just to make sure that they have the numbers.
Also, it is tricky in the sense that let's just look at it this way. It is a game,
Definitely.
and game is always tricky. It's game of numbers, game of
And the funny part is that these people
diplomacy.
they play with minds.
That is it.
What do you think, Daniel?
Politics is in two folds. We have the administration, and then we have the politicking. So, administration, in most cases, is being confused with politicking. Politicking is the underneath caucus upon caucus discussion, and that is why it is called trick, because
Yeah.
administration is the normal 9 to 5, but aside that, getting people to align with your view, your point of view, supporting your vision, it requires a lot of politicking, a lot of putting a lot of machinery in places, rubbing hands together, sharing bounties also. So that is why it is politics.
And do you guys know when we were in secondary school, when we were in high school back then, they told us, government, the origin of the word government was formed where in a situation where a small village set up where people were just trying to come together and all that, and all of a sudden, right? So then it is the most powerful person in the village that has the biggest power in a way,
Voice.
that has biggest voice. And like this guy said, Benito Mussolini in 1922, when he was coming up with the concept of fascism, he says no peace, no war. So definitely, in if you want to have a sane environment, there has to be some form of power, some
Yeah.
form of force.
Yeah.
And I think I go with that.
Yeah.
Force, game, and tricks. Yeah.
I think to buttress your point, every society needs a leader, and
Sure.
whoever that have that charisma and that ability to lead, obviously, people by default, some people have those kind of that skill naturally. Some people are born a leader,
To lead.
whereby people believe in their philosophy, their ideologies, whereby they are trying to preach across to people. So it's normal, even in our micro family, in a setting of okay, fine, husband and wife,
And children.
other. Now there is always that which is the head of the family. He sees future in a particular woman, and like fine, I think I can build something together with this. Here comes a family, and that's where the concept of leadership comes into play.
Sure.
Because so you also support, there has to be a little bit of force and a little bit of, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to because from my profession as a teacher, so I don't want to sound like I'm in a class.
But
because
definitely, I think there's no how
See,
you
see.
want to rule an environment
let me
without
tell you
without
something.
using a bit of
now,
force.
because what
Guys,
happened is that when you're talking about leadership, we have 4 types of leadership. There is democratic leadership, there is autocratic leadership, there is free reign, and there is charismatic leadership. So everybody, it depends on the situation and where you find yourself, that you can exhibit those kind of leadership.
Guys, let me tell you something.
But there's still no how. Okay, fine. Wait.
Let me tell you something.
I still believe there's no how you will not use a bit of force. At least.
Let me tell you something. Even in a family setting, father, mother, and the children. In some cases, you have your kids that want to behave funny. What do? You spare.
What did the Bible even say though?
Bible told us, spare the rod and spoil the child. So if you don't want to spoil your child, you do what? You use the rod. You understand? So politics, leadership, games, and all sorts, it's something that it goes in between. There is no how you're going to have a group of people in a particular environment, in a particular area, and there won't be somebody that has to lead.
Obviously.
Either the blind is leading the blind, or the eye open is leading the eye open. You understand what I'm saying?
Obviously.
But there must be a figurehead, somebody that leads, somebody that heads, somebody that directs, somebody that instructs. And we human beings, if you really want to make things to work, if you really want to make things to work, you have to apply little force, because sometimes people mind, used to go off whatever you have set. Okay, for example, you are a teacher, right? In a class, is by the board teaching students. You see some students at the back trying to play games, trying to be on their phones and whatever, and he is there trying to do what? Put something into their brain. What is he going to do? Maybe he's on the chalkboard writing and doing all sorts, and all of a sudden he looks at the back and he notices some people are chit-chatting, or they are playing games, or what will he do? He has to stop them. He's stopping them because he wanted them to become something better in life. You understand what I'm saying? So when we have a leader in any setting, it's for us to be better, it's for us to be productive, and that leader too just have to be proactive. By being proactive, he needs to use some little force to make things right.
Are you now saying that, okay, it's fine? So if you, I hope we're not diverting a little bit though.
No.
So are you now saying now that you prefer a military kind of system of government to democracy though?
No.
Because we all know.
Do you know why I'm saying no?
It's either of the two anyway.
No.
Do
you know why I would say no? I would say no because the military whatever in Nigeria has never been good.
All over the world anyway. Everywhere in the world. Anyway.
So if you're leading people, you have to lead them with a good mindset.
Now,
You
on
understand
that note, I want to call me.
All right.
Do you think, using Nigeria as a context,
A case study.
now, if we should trace it back towards to some major development in Nigeria, those kind of infrastructures were actually what put in place during military regime. Now here comes the Tombila Bridge that we can see in Lagos. It was initiation of the military regime, if I'm making sense, Daniel.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Well, I was looking to say, why are you so quiet though? You seem so quiet.
No,
though.
he's not.
I know-
He's not.
I know
he's rebooting.
he
He's
has a lot-
rebooting.
he has
He's
a lot to
rebooting.
say.
You don't know this guy. He's rebooting. He's putting everything in his
trying to
brain.
Why are you so quiet, bro?
He's trying to reboot.
Let's.
Daniel.
Also another thing is I'm trying to respect people's view and people's opinion.
Thank
But
you.
if you ask me, we'll talk about how did leadership come about. We started with monarchy system And then when monarchy system was in place, there were master servanthood relationship.
Yeah.
So it wasn't favorable. And then civilization came, and then came about communism. Communism was not good, and then back to democracy. So what democratic system of governance did was to curb the excesses of force. There is every tendency for every human to want to lord over another human
Yeah.
at every spread. So even in classrooms,
Was it not
students-
even
so-
Abraham Lincoln? Was it Abraham Lincoln that said it, or was something? Who says it there? Absolute power corrupts.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah,
when
yeah.
democracy came in place, what they did was they splitted the system of government to legislature, executive, and judiciary.
judiciary.
True.
So the role of these three is to checkmate themselves. So normally every human has this tendency, and then as you mentioned the Bible the other time, every human was created to be in dominion.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we're created to be in dominion. So we are naturally exercising that dominion power, and then for people to really follow your vision and leadership, so you would then want to be a forceful. So but democratic system of governance does not allow first. So and then that's why there's checkmating. If you need to pass any law, you have to go through the
legislators and
If the
stuff.
legislator pass a law and the executive did not assent to it, the legislator can go to the judiciary, and the judiciary can determine the state of law. So what I can say is as much as force, it's the origin of leadership, democratic system of governance has curbed it.
So which means we all agreed on this table here that there's no how a society or a community will function without a bit of force or a bit of power.
Yeah, obvious.
Because that's
No
because
how.
definitely
Yeah,
that's
obviously, because I
that's
can remember.
No how.
sanity
I remember when
into the story.
Fashola came in power.
Exactly.
Now, when he came in power, he exhibits some kind of force,
Yeah.
authoritarian.
Different from what we used to
Yeah,
know.
we used to know.
Yeah,
That's right.
different from what
Imagine
we-
all of a sudden
It was just even
the Oshodi,
Exactly.
everybody.
Never believe Oshodi.
Oshodi
could
can
be
ever be
transformed
the way
into
it
that.
is
So,
now.
and
Yeah.
that's why I need to go back to some philosophical statements from Nkrumah and Yeriri about politics changing. So some believe in revolution, because before we can have a change, we must revolutionize and forceful means of getting it.
Definitely.
So there is no way, there is always a form of force. So because it's that force that pushes your idea for people to okay, fine, it seems you have a point. Because sometimes people naturally they just want to think have things on the normal thing, okay, fine, this is how it's supposed to be.
They just want to behave the way they want.
Guys, do you know? Well, I think I support what you said, but in democracy, I think you just have to try and speak to people's
Mind.
fantasy.
Yeah,
That's why the trick came.
Yeah, that's where
The tricking came in, because for you to win people over, you have to come with a higher opinion,
And give them false hope and false
Exactly.
expectations
Exactly.
for them to cool and calm down
Exactly.
and
And
listen
to
to you.
support your vision.
Yeah.
So
Because I'm with what you guys just said about Oshodi. Now, do you guys know there's this trending topic now on social media,
You're not drinking your
everywhere in Nigeria right now, where people are saying now the president elect now is really giving a whole lot of powers to the admirals, right? And if you look at it though, well, we're still coming there. If you look at it though, just think about it very well though. They said, okay, fine, this guy is giving a whole lot of power to the admirals and all that, and then now because and then look, like they say, I mean,
Yeah.
every tough child has its own usefulness. Now, I think Tinubu needed this guy then That was why he had
Exactly.
to use it.
You know,
And now-
No,
the
it's
issue of
part of the
Agbero-
game.
The issue of Agbero in the
Do you
first
support
place.
him though?
No,
I mean,
we need to go back to our history. The issue of Agbero in itself is a solution to a problem, but people have forgotten so fast.
How do
In
you mean?
Lagos,
Relax.
while we grew up, Lagos was so notorious that people at some point, people surrendered their valuables, and then there were huge insecurity in Lagos that people don't go to Lagos because it was a den of thieves. I could remember vividly then that before you say Jack Robinson, a bank is robbed already.
boom.
Yeah.
True.
A bank is robbed already. They killed the security, killed all the, killed the managers, and then this was continuous. And then when Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu became the governor of Lagos State, they must have sat down strategically
Looked into.
to look into this crime, the high rate of crime. So they realized that an idle end is the devil's workshop.
True.
So what they did in essence was to marshal out all these street urchins. Because you can ascertain if they are really the thieves. You can just say, okay, these are the street urchins.
I can even tell they were the ones.
You can't
You
say
can.
until the court of law proves.
Bruh.
Until
Yeah,
the
you
court
can.
of law
No, no, no,
proves.
you
Otherwise,
can.
It's
Everybody
until
else
the
will
court of
know.
law.
No,
These
no,
guys
no.
were the ones.
Okay.
They were the ones.
What we can say is
you
that
can.
these
Do you
guys
know why?
were street urchins, and then they had no job, and then so they drafted all of them into a union and to collect tax. So it was a problem. So I tell you categorically, some of us that grew up in Lagos, we can tell you Lagos, we used to pick cops on the street. Cops, you wake up and then you see dead bodies on the street of Lagos.
True.
Those things, some
Especially
people
in the
sat
early
down.
90s and the-
Exactly.
Yeah,
Those
Okay,
were-
wait.
those were our own experience.
No. To back up what you're saying, I think there was also this act of a jungle justice that was happening. So there was this act of jungle justice.
Exactly.
So once you are being caught,
Yes, you
You
are
are-
being killed instantly.
you are burnt
Let me
immediately.
let me
Exactly.
tell you
But
something.
that did not solve the problem. So when
But guys,
when the administration,
people are now
Can I-
saying
can I
that
say
people are-
something?
Okay, please go for it.
Can I say something?
Sorry, brother, you come back.
Okay. What Tinubu did while he was the governor of Lagos State to the so-called Agberos, to me, it's, let me just use a layman word, it's a good thing.
yes.
Why?
I agree.
Because
I also agree.
I
People are
was
saying now
Wait,
that they
wait.
have too many powers now.
no.
That the power is too much to the point that
Can
they can
you-
even do anything.
Can you please calm down?
They will flog those drivers like.
Well,
Can you please calm down?
It's the
Okay, go for it.
excesses. It's the excesses and it to be called.
And how do you do that?
Wait. There
guys
could
didn't
be
go to school for
there
it.
could be a misuse of power,
Exactly.
which is
Exactly.
normal.
It's normal.
Which is normal.
It's normal.
And I'm very sure that Tinubu and his people will definitely look into it when it comes in. When it's been
when it
swearing.
comes-
Let me finish. Yeah, I'm telling you, Tinubu will look into it.
Uh,
Before Tinubu, I could remember then, primary school days, early stage in secondary school, all these Agberos, what they do to us in our areas, bruh, you'll be scared to go out of your house. You'll be scared to go to walk on your street. Why? Because they are just jobless. They don't have anything doing. They harass people at the bus stop.
Exactly.
They are not arranged. They are not organized. But since Tinubu came in, he gave them uniform.
Exactly.
He made them to. He recognized
And they
them.
have identification.
He recognized them.
They have
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
And
Let
this
me tell you
one
something.
of Abia, give us some money now in your house.
No, it's down.
It's down. Yeah.
The way we have robbers in Lagos State, even in Nigeria as a whole, before this
Exactly.
Agbero people were put into
Exactly.
check and whatever,
Exactly.
it's very, very worrisome.
Exactly.
now,
But now it's reduced. Why? Because check Kai. Most of them are Agberos.
Yes.
And last man,
Yeah.
thank you. NUTRW, the road transport, whatever. Most of them.
They've even changed them now.
Most of them are illiterate and they are
Yes.
Agbero. And do you know that
And they
the
were
what
constituting nuisance.
Too much.
Too much.
And do you know that some of them went back to school?
Exactly. I have some. No,
Some of them went back to
Yeah.
school.
No, I know. I can
Oh my God, Shell.
School,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Some of them went back to
Graduated.
school.
This national open university.
Some of them went back
Yeah.
to school. They
Very
went
huge
back to
opportunity for
private
them.
school.
Yeah, no,
Some
I
of
can
them.
tell you categorically. I know people on the Lagos
What are you
Island.
saying?
Give us names. Give us names.
No, I wouldn't.
It's a private thing.
No,
No,
it's
no,
okay. I
no,
mean,
no,
this one is a
These are
good
no,
private
no,
people. I know
no.
very well.
Even MC Oluomo
Yeah.
that we all know.
Yeah.
MC
So,
Oluomo
do you
before
really
he
think-
went.
Wait, let's go back to MC
Wait
Oluomo,
now,
going back.
wait now.
I can tell you.
I'm not saying he went back to school, but wait. But the guy is trying to polish himself.
School.
Yes, and
Yeah, it's, no, because now there are some.
Check Kokozaria. Check Kokozaria. He's also trying
I was
to.
going
All of them, they are trying to tush themselves up.
because-
They are not like the usual Omota that we know.
Yeah. Those ones actually package themselves because they have office.
And most of them are packing. They are seriously packing. Can I just
You
get
know-
right
you know
properly?
that one-
Most of them are putting themselves in place.
This thing is
You understand?
built around an organization. They have a system. If there is, and then they discipline their own. You just don't know.
They
They
do.
discipline their own, but it's just that
They
you know,
do.
when we have a huge number of people. Okay, let's say we have a percentage of people in disciplined staffs of the organization. And then we as citizens also owe it upon ourselves to report. But what do we
do about it? Yeah.
What do we do about it?
Ah.
If there's, I'm telling you.
You want to report MC Oluomo to who, guys?
No.
That is-
They
if you go
report
back
them.
to-
Okay, let me give you a scenario. Wait. Let me just give you a scenario. There is this issue that came up between
Exactly during the
Aduni
election
Ade,
process.
this actress,
Yes.
this German Nigerian actress.
We didn't hear the concluding part of that story.
We did
All we
not.
heard was,
Wait,
fine.
it
She
was
went to
died
social
down.
media,
It was
and then
died
that's all we
down.
heard.
Yeah, it was
And then
died down. I'm sure they must have settled it for
came
that.
up with Mama Chukwudi.
Yeah, during the electionary process, the last electionary process,
Nigeria
you
is
see,
the
you know what
drama,
happened?
guys.
You know what happened? This is people woke up to the reality of the fact that they could be checkmated. They are
Thank you.
government staffs, and then and because everybody's eyes are open
Open
during
now.
the electionary process, he uttered a statement, whether it was right or wrong. People
Don't come out.
attacked him, and immediately people attacked him. He came out before. He could not have. Why? Because he
who is
could have
MC?
turned himself to a small lord
And start
God,
doing
but also-
whatever.
But we also are, it's our own responsibility. But I can tell you categorically that Agbero issue was a means to an end to solving a problem. We have an history. I grew up in Lagos. Lagos was notorious. A lot of people
notorious.
discipline in Lagos with their eyes closed.
And let me tell you something.
And then
Tinubu is so wise that if he does not do those things to those Agbero,
Exactly.
the
we could have become a banana island.
the BRT bus will not even work.
Exactly. We could have even become a banana island. We could have had
It
a
won't
repeat
work.
of Boko Haram. You know what happened
It won't
in Boko Haram?
work.
All the
And BRT is for the masses.
Amajiris and all of the lives that turned to Boko Haram and all the youth in the north that are not engaged, they turned to a violent terrorism.
It's because there was nothing like revolution. They didn't attend to them.
There was a government of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu that caught this SSC.
Do you think it's easy for anyone in
Yes.
Lagos State to bring people together and tell them to turn to Boko Haram?
Guys, well,
And then if you look at
making
it,
money.
another thing again is, you see this Agbero you are attacking, you don't understand that some of these Agbero are a form of security in a way. I will tell you. Go to
Security.
yes, they're a form of security in a way, because this is the way it
And
works.
do you know that these people are
This
even
is the way
training
it
their
works.
children?
This is the way it works. Have you ever noticed
Yeah,
that
I know much
Do
about
you
this.
know that these people are even training their children
Lagos State-
to become something better?
Lagos State is the only state that
Unlike
Boko
Omo
Haram
Agbero,
could not
tell Omo
penetrate.
Oshini now.
Do you know that Lagos
But
State is the only state Boko Haram
guys-
could not penetrate?
I can't
Why do you
go.
think so? These Agberos are the security.
Yeah.
They are the security, and they have their eyes on ground. They walk in
Ọ̀rọ̀ wọn dàbí
hand in hand in
etí ọba
government.
ńlé etí ọba ló kó lọ ra wọn
And then
Agbero.
you know why they are doing so? Because they have something at stake. Because if Lagos is being turned to a banana island, they lose their
job.
income.
So that's why they also go to the budget.
guys,
They lose their
guys,
income.
Ó dẹ̀ lè bàjẹ́.
guys, I wouldn't want us to deviate though, guys. Remember, the topic is politics in Nigeria,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah,
Now,
all these things is still
this
part of
is
the
this is
politics.
not all. We're not only talking about Lagos here, right?
Okay.
We're talking about Nigeria as a whole.
All right.
I understand. Well, most of us are like we're
All of us grew up in
Yeah.
Lagos. We are all Lagosians.
We're all Lagosians.
So we can speak from that angle.
Exactly.
But what I'm thinking is this, right, guys? Okay, fine. If we say this, okay, fine. Let's come down to before election.
Okay.
Before election, the last election we had, the drama,
Emilokon.
the PDP,
LOP.
LUP thing. Guys, who will ever believe that that new things will definitely emerge like this? I think
New things like what? New things like what? New things like what?
I'm talking of the emergence of LP all of a sudden.
Okay.
4 or 5 years ago, we didn't hear.
Yeah, it was
They
there.
were there, but it was not just pronounced.
Yeah,
it was there.
The momentum,
It's been there.
The momentum now is high.
you guys-
Why? Because
Now,
I cannot lie to you.
It's been there.
8
What's
years
this man's name?
administration
This
of
Labour
President
guy from Benin.
Muhammadu
What's his name?
Buhari fell into recession twice.
Come on, man, guys.
Now look at it. Look at it. Look at
Good
it.
luck. Good luck sent
Invariably,
us into the situation.
he also
about 3 times or so.
yeah. But you know one thing, people were now
no, what happened is
tired
that
of the government of the day.
if you go into
People were tired of the government of the
economic
day.
part,
The government of Buhari, people felt they were in abject poverty. They were going through a lot of suffering. I remember, it was so huge that somebody was begging me to assist him. I sent money on Monday, and on Wednesday he was asking me money again.
And you're like,
On Monday I still sent. They said Nigeria is very bad. I sent on Wednesday. When he asked me on Saturday, I blocked him. It was becoming too much. One person. That's
how much do you think I'm making?
No, that's how bad life is back home.
Yeah.
That's how bad it is. So invariably, that is what led to the thought force of Peter Obi. Do you understand? And then, as much as I don't live in Nigeria, I share the feelings and the pains of the people. The administration failed woefully.
yeah, 100%.
Failed woefully.
Guys,
It failed woefully. The 8 years was in comatose. There was nothing to write home about.
Nothing.
do you know Nigerian economy has been deteriorating right from the 1960s till now?
I do agree, but
Because
don't get worse.
No.
This got worse during Buhari.
Now, what happens at during
Even down to 1963, and I think we started having our problem.
But do you know-
in 1963 when the Igbos guys said they do it.
Do you know the major problem?
economically,
Do you know the major
happens when we
problem?
discover crude oil.
Yes.
Do you know the major problem?
Economically, yeah. So
Do you know
economically,
how
it
to
started.
manage it?
Do you
It
know
started
our
when we
major
had
problem?
Okay.
the
Not that
crude
we
oil
don't-
issue.
We know
But
how
now-
to manage. We know
But
how
you-
to
but
manage.
you know-
We know the right
Are we
thing
talking
to
about
do,
politics or
but
we want to
it's
talk
just-
about economics now?
It's just it's just pure corruption.
Yes.
What stole our country is just pure
Huge
corruption.
corruption.
Huge corruption.
Huge corruption.
Now, when you talk about
Guys,
when you talk
everywhere
about the
in the
economy,
world, they will tell you every country in the world is corrupt.
Now,
Yes,
let
but
me give you
now
an
what-
instance.
what-
I don't believe
now
Nigeria is
this
more
politicking.
corrupt than the US.
Do
You
know
say
that-
what?
I don't believe we are more corrupt than.
You say what?
No.
I
We are
promise
not
you
as
guys,
corrupt as the
we are
US.
all.
we are not corrupt as.
We are not as corrupt as the US. If the corruption that takes place in Nigeria should take place in the US, they will forget the history of the US.
Now tell me
They will
now.
forget the whole of US.
Wait,
Nigeria is too.
wait,
I don't know why where we
guys.
got that unique strength.
Wait,
the huge
guys.
corruption in Nigeria. If if half of it should take place in America,
How old?
America will be grounded to dustbin.
Granted,
How old is
if
that?
it takes
Now-
place in UK, there will be nothing like UK anymore.
Democracy.
Over 200
Over
years.
200 years
Yes.
ago, right? Thank you. Do you know how many bloodsheds there have been
Exactly.
before they got to this point?
No doubt about it.
True.
Your forefathers were dead.
Yeah.
You want to think about the slavery and all that? America is a no man's land, like they always say. So if you want to talk
Now,
about that American
we cannot-
politics
we
is
cannot
way
compare-
better,
now.
I tell you, man, you are wrong.
Now,
Because
KB.
you don't want to know how many of your forefathers built that nation.
No,
they
no,
called
no,
KB.
that about it.
KB, the major problem. Hello,
Thank you.
KB,
You
know-
the
you
major
know-
problem with
Eh.
the major problem
Thank
we are
you,
facing
guys.
now. The major problem we are facing in Nigeria, and if that problem is unsolved, we are going nowhere. Which is we are oppressing each other. So it's a society.
Endemic.
So it's a society of oppressed.
That one is the
So-
that's the nature of the land. So we
Now,
all oppress
so now,
ourselves.
so
we all
if-
oppress one another.
so
Even
if
those of us that are not in government, we
the oppressed
Exactly.
now, the
want to show.
So,
Dress to kill.
imagine.
Do you know how many people are there?
So,
I
so
well,
now, so that's oppressive tendency. Understand? Yeah, because I want to borrow this word from Adam Smith. He said, "People are naturally selfish."
Naturally, yeah, true.
Naturally,
Yeah.
And this man we are talking about is a political philosophy. Understand? So, he-
Amassing wealth for yourself,
for yourself,
your generation,
and that was why
you can't even
that,
finish
that was
spending till
you see,
you die.
that was how he defined economics as the wealth of nation. How you can accumulate wealth. So by default, people are naturally selfish.
selfish.
Now, so now take it to the society. Take it back to the Nigeria, where we oppress. So meaning that what people are accumulating those wealth, not for the people,
For
but
themselves.
to oppress for themselves, in order to oppress their society, so that everybody will be subjected
To them.
to them. And that is exactly what they are doing in northern part of Nigeria. You will see they want to deliberately fashion out education.
Put people in abject poverty.
So they want to. That was they say Boko Haram, no to Western education. Boko Haram, no to Western education. So
Yeah,
once
that.
people are not enlightened, once people don't know what they are,
They are
there for,
left from right.
Once people don't know what their existence, obviously whatever I give you, you
It's
must.
what you take.
Let me buttress this point. You see, no doubt about it, there's corruption everywhere.
Sure.
Yes, and then also nepotism also is corruption.
Yeah,
Obviously.
When you are to, because I'm your brother, I'm your sister,
Yeah, obvious.
and then it's also corruption. How do you explain in America where the father was president, the senior Bush, and then thereafter, just immediately after Clinton, the son became the president?
Thank you.
In the same,
so you now want
in
to
the
tell me
same
we
similar.
are more corrupt.
So I'm just trying to buttress his point. It's not like they are.
It is
they are
everywhere, guys.
it's
They are
like
not saints.
They are
No,
saints.
they are not
They are
saints.
not saints because you can't tell me it's only your family. Your family ruled for nearly 16 years.
They are not
in a
saints.
country. So, but no doubt about it. But one thing that is unique about the developed world and the West is that they have a structure.
Yes,
Thank you.
exactly.
They have a structure
That
that
is where I'm
works.
going.
They have a structure that works. Let me tell you something.
But before they got to that, but before they got to that structure, a whole lot have happened.
Exactly.
And that's what I'm saying. But guys, but what I'm trying to say here is don't let divert. What we're saying is Nigerian politics now.
Okay.
Now we've established that America is not better than we
it's not
are.
like a saint.
We are all in this game of
Yeah,
corruption
definitely.
thing here.
Exactly.
Now down to the point now. How do you guys think we got to this point now
If Bill Clinton's wife, Hillary Clinton, just some few years after the husband, she also wants to become the
Wants to-
president. She
and
almost claimed it.
she almost
got it.
You
So
understand?
the husband and wife could have become the president of a mighty nation. What am I saying? Mighty nation, the first nation in the world.
Thank you.
So it's not like they are saying, but one thing that is
They've got
sacrosanct is their
structure.
structure. You see, when Donald Trump
They've got
became the president,
structure. No structure in Nigeria.
you know, when Donald Trump became the president, he wanted to act like a black man. But you see, the structure captured him
Yeah.
and figured him out.
He even tried Nigerian
Pull it
politics
out.
in the
You
second time when he was
understand?
campaigning.
So-
He was beginning now to give people food now.
Exactly. So
Who saw that though? Wait, this is food for people now.
That is hello.
I'm sorry.
KB,
You will see it very soon. Don't worry, I will show you guys.
It's just that what happens is the act of giving food to people and all that is part of politics.
Dude, thank you.
Now, because if you look at those governors back then at home, you will see what's it called? This guy in Ekiti State.
Yeah,
Going
Fayose.
Fayose,
Yeah.
going to the street and be frying corn,
roasting corn.
roasted, all those,
You know,
all those. Now,
I even saw someone who was
it's for them to get, it's for them to get those sympathy
guy.
votes.
Even these people will go and eat with children. You know they will go and
to be honest,
It's part of the game.
To be honest with you, some of these, we call it stomach infrastructure. Yeah. You see, to be honest with you, to be quite honest with you, you know why they love Fayose? Because there was abject poverty in the land. And that stomach infrastructure was solving an immediate need already. So they loved him.
So it's
They love them because the huge poverty in land. If you give somebody ordinary 200 naira
At that time.
at that time, it was a lot because no one cares about you. Let me tell you
And
how the father of Saraki became the godfather in Kwara. This man was a former federal, commissioner. I think commissioner for health, just like the Edwin
yeah.
Clark.
I'm still on point.
And then
Maybe.
We're still-
when
of course we are.
when he relocated back to Kwara, he did stomach infrastructure. He started it first. In Kwara, they call him Baba Oloye. He would distribute Ankara, give them food. They will all pray together at Jumat, give them transport money. That was how he captured the
Still
state.
allow them to come to his house. He will
Exactly.
give them
They'll eat
food
together.
every
Exactly.
Friday.
even
Exactly.
this man too.
So-
This man too in Ibadan.
Yeah,
Adedibu did the same thing.
Because I can remember when I was in school
all
then.
these things are happening.
When I was in school,
People are suffering.
when those Ibadan
We are
guys,
privileged.
Friday.
yeah,
It used RAM.
We are privileged.
kill Ram,
Do you
yeah,
understand?
thank you,
We are
Seun.
privileged. If in fact some people cannot afford school fees,
Yeah.
so they don't go to school.
So now,
send them to
now,
school,
now,
public
guys,
schools and the
guys,
rest, yeah.
guys, that now leads me to the question of, okay, fine. How do you think we got? Because if whether we like it or yes, now we're in the new phase of Nigerian politics right now,
Exactly.
where
Exactly.
how do you how do you guys think these LP guys? How do you think they emerged? If you ask me, I would say the only thing that gave them that big power was that 2020. That Lekki massacre.
Oh,
That was what
I'm telling you.
That was
Yes,
what gave birth to those guys.
Ensigns, I'm
Because
telling you.
Nigerian police were
let me,
abusing the
let,
power.
let me,
No,
let me shock
let's-
you. Let me shock
wait.
you today. Can I tell you categorically that
That
NSAS was stage managed?
Whoa!
Yes.
By the
how?
No.
How?
By
But-
some hidden political force. It is strange. You
I-
will not believe it.
I disagree.
You know why?
Hold on,
You know
hold
why?
on. Let him
You know
finish.
why?
I disagree anyway.
Let him finish.
The head office of police is where?
Abuja.
No,
Is it not in Abuja? Abuja?
God bless you. Yeah, of course, it should be in Abuja.
Definitely, okay.
Why Lagos? That's the first
Okay.
question you should ask.
Look here.
Wait.
Wait,
No,
no.
The
Let him
federal
finish.
government
Wait,
is
wait,
not
wait.
in Lagos.
But where?
Yes.
Wait. Now you can
Which
say
youth-
Lagos is the capital, is the business capital of
Capital
Yeah.
Nigeria.
Yes.
But good. What's the name of the national head office of police? I think Samedet or something in Abuja. There was no protest there. At the Aso Rock, where the president had the power over the police, there was no protest. Now, hold on. Lagos is not the only state in Nigeria. There was no such massive
Protest.
protest in Abuja, where the president, the city president, that had the power over the police. Now, you know when they started attacking Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And they were calling on Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu that it's not the governor, it's not the president, it's not the GCFR, it's not commanding the police, it's not commanding the army. To speak to do what? Now, when they sent army, the first person, they did not mention Buhari's name.
Now,
How come
do
you
you
not
know-
mention
Hello.
Buhari's name?
No.
And
Now-
he's the president, and it's only Asiwaju Tinubu that you are mentioning his name. So you will know this thing. And then if you look at the funding was properly managed. Where did all of these things come from? Are you telling me all this money came from Banking W and DJ
DJ, what's his name?
or generally
what's
Nigerian youth?
Well, I
So
think
some of these things are
it was Falz
hidden.
that happened to be the face of the
Exactly, fast. How much was fast as?
no. It's just to
See,
maintain
these
the
things are
publicity.
deep
Yeah.
mysteries. They are deep. Politics is deep. You just think these politicians are full. Now they knew Asiwaju was going to be campaigning for presidency. So when they started, look at where they went to burn. They were going to burn TVC. Going to burn Oriental Hotel.
Oriental Hotel. Everything that belongs to Asiwaju.
You need to look outside the box.
Even the Lekki toll gate
Yeah,
was.
you need to look
We
outside
all
the
know
box.
that Asiwaju owns
You need
it.
to look outside the box. So this was planned.
Planned.
Solely. I told someone. They say,
No.
It was
What happened is
solely
that-
against Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And they all failed.
Wait.
You guys will not allow
And they all
me.
failed.
Daniel.
Okay,
Daniel,
wait.
Daniel, wait. Let me just come in there.
Okay.
Now, if you look at all the states in Nigeria, you can say that Lagos is one of the most civilized.
Exactly.
It is.
It is not
now-
one of. It is.
so now it is the most civilized,
the
and
largest economy in Africa. No, the third largest economy in Africa. What do you expect?
so now, obviously, things are going on there. So obviously, people that want to like shift the power, definitely they want Lagos to be the center of where a point whereby they can voice out their opinion. That if it can happen in Lagos, definitely everybody should
Should be
take the
satellite.
same, the same procedure.
Sorry, let
So-
me cut you, sir. When the protest before it became crowded, immediately the governor of Lagos State stepped in and took the 5-point agenda of their intention and
And he
took a
delivered
group,
it to the
went
to the
straight to the president.
But we all know.
No,
all
that is
those
to
are-
tell
all
you.
those are
That is to
scripts.
tell you. Wait,
All
wait,
those
wait,
are-
wait. That is
Wait
to tell you.
now.
That is to tell
Wait.
you that he is as powerless as anything when it comes to police matter. But at the end of the day, who did you blame? You blame Sanwo-Olu and Asiwaju.
Guys.
Because it
Come on,
happens.
wake
That's
up. Wake up. Come on, wake up.
Okay, wait.
Wake up. Now, know that about it.
I just want to reason. I want to
going
reason
land,
with
I'm going
Daniel.
to land now. Know that
Okay.
about it. They are in government. They are leaders. They all share the problems. But let's face reality. Asiwaju is in the GCFR. Sanwo-Olu is in commanding the police. Why did you ask Sanwo-Olu who gave the order? Why did you press it on Sanwo-Olu's second term
Agenda.
Why did you press it on his face?
Because he was commanding the state.
Yes, he was commanding the state. Now, he doesn't command the police. He doesn't command the army. Now, what I would have expected, I also share the pain. I would have been glad. I supported the NSACs. I was glad that police brutality should be ended.
ended.
But I would have been glad if that protest had been taken to the seat of power.
Guys.
Yeah.
Guys.
So-
guys.
So
Now,
I'm giving you an high opener to it. It should have been
Guys.
taken to the seat of power. They should have gone to Samedet, or what's the name of the police headquarters in Abuja, and
Now-
sleep there.
Guys, do you know I'm thinking
Okay,
of something.
okay.
And go and born in Abuja
Okay,
too.
okay, wait. There's something I'm
You guys
trying
don't see
to
from this
wait.
angle of mine.
There's something
Anyway.
I'm trying to figure out from what Daniel is telling us this evening. Check Lekki Toll Gate. We all know that the better part of the profit there is going to Tinubu.
Obviously, of course.
Well, you have to also
Wait.
be able to prove that.
Okay.
You have to be able to-
No.
because
I know.
You could be charged for
True,
libel and-
true. But from what we heard,
You have to have-
we are just
you have
saying.
to have
Wait,
access to the account where it goes to, and you
Hold
have to
on
be sure
now.
that Tinubu is a signatory
Hold
to the
on.
company.
We are not sure. We're not sure.
You know better.
No, this is
You know better.
live.
Alpha.
Wait.
Who knows of that
We are
company?
not
Better
sure.
Alpha
Wait.
Beta.
Alpha Beta.
Alpha Beta.
Wait.
It belongs to
Hold
Tinubu.
on.
The board
They
of
said.
directors, the Tinubu name is not there.
But Sheikh Tinubu is the head.
Head of
KB.
Alpha thing.
KB.
So you heard Alpha Beta.
KB, can you hold on? Can you guys wait? Can you guys hear me out? Can you guys hear me out?
When did Alpha Beta started? When
Wait
did
now.
Sheikh Tinubu graduated from the School of Law?
Can you guys hear me
Alpha
out?
Beta started as early as
Oh my God.
1990. When did Sheikh Tinubu? How old is Sheikh Tinubu? Sheikh Tinubu is.
Can you guys hear me out?
You know Tinubu owns it though. Okay, fine. Continue.
Can you
Sorry.
guys hear me out?
Okay.
We mentioned Tollgate, Lekki Tollgate. We mentioned TVC.
Exactly.
We mentioned Oriental
And these are
Hotel.
not the only
Hotel.
companies in Lagos.
And Tinubu's name is one way or the other attached to those things. As a business owner, will you do something that will go against your income?
Well, for me, I
Will you
don't
do
believe
something
this is income.
that will go against your company? So what he said that there is a bigger power, there is other plans underground
Everything was planned against Tinubu.
just
only.
to go against Tinubu.
Only. If you look
Because everything, wait,
everything
everything that was affected
Now,
during
they
NSAC
actually, that is why,
somehow in one
if you
way
look at,
attached to
if
Tinubu.
you look at the election,
It's still part of
you can
the
see,
politics, guys.
even Labour
It's
Party
still
actually
part of
won the
the
Lagos State.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the judge was coming out
Yeah.
and
Labour Party,
Yeah.
Labour Party.
Why do you think Labour Party won Lagos? So this thing
Because of
It's a no
NSAS.
man's land.
Yes.
Number one.
No, not because of no man's land.
Yeah, it's a
No,
strategy.
it was because of NSAS.
It was
Thank
NSAS.
you. It was
You have to
NSAS.
sit
Now
back.
I'm getting
You
what
need
he's
to sit
saying.
back.
It was because
You
of
need to sit
NSAS.
back and be
People did not go
apolitical
out.
about
So,
it.
People didn't go out. Wait. People didn't go out to vote.
Sacrifice
Exactly.
Lagos. They sacrifice Lagos.
People didn't go out to vote for Tinubu
Exactly.
during that period
Exactly.
because of NSAS.
NSAS.
I don't think I was in Nigeria.
Yeah.
I would not go out to go. I won't go and vote
Exactly.
for even LP. But
Why?
what's my? I don't like politics because let me tell you something.
But if you
I
don't like
stopped.
politics,
Wait,
the
wait.
politics will
Let me
eat
tell you something.
Politics will eat your future.
Wait, wait. Listen, guys. I've got my reason. Can I tell you my reason for this? I was in SS1.
Where
Senior
is the helicopter coming from?
SS1 or GS3.
Sorry, hold on, please, guys. Sorry, guys. If you hear of anything, it's because of a helicopter is flying. Don't worry, please, guys. Sorry, please.
We're fine. We're fine.
Continue, Yemi.
Okay, I was still in my teenage years, in my, let me say, secondary school. I could remember then I used to sit with my dad to watch news, NTA 9 or something,
Empty channel 10.
channel 10, yeah, Newsline at 9. Yeah, you remember that? News at 9. I would sit, my dad, as his usual couch where he sits, I would sit beside him just to listen and watch TV with him. You know this TV, this TV.
Put and close.
God bless you. We had it for long. My daddy had it for
The Gen
long
Z would
years.
not know those.
We had it, that brown cupboard TV.
The one you put colored
Lucozade,
Look what happened. Ours was not even Lucozade. Wait now. Thank you. Our TV was this kind of krekeke TV, but not. Wait. Not wait. Now.
Tickle it a bit. No,
No
to the right.
Lucozade paper, because then when you have that TV that with cupboard, it means we are rich.
Yeah.
I could remember that people used to come to our house. They would stand
On the window.
to watch. We're like children of big man then.
You have to say sorry. Our daddy wants to eat.
So now let me. So let me now tell you. Let me now tell you my point. Now, I used to sit with my dad to listen to news at night.
Okay.
I love it so much.
And then what?
I will wait. Okay.
And what happened?
Something happened at that period. Something happened. There was a kind of robbery attack in my area. That place is called Odoeron. It's a small market.
Which part of that?
In Bariga. I grew up in Bariga.
Okay.
I'm a typical Lagosian, I told you. My mom, my dad, I went to Lagos State University. I grew up in ghetto in Bariga.
Shall I?
There in Lagos State.
Go on.
You understand? So, this thing, there was this armed robbery case in that area, very close to my house, like 3 or 4 streets to my house. And one of our tenants was there. It was one of those casualties,
Yeah.
In fact, that guy was shot with this bullet. I don't know what they call it. That they scattered on your body. That scatters on body.
Those traditional.
I don't know what they call it. So the guy was shot with that bullet with so many. I mean, with that gun with so many.
Shakabula.
What do you call
Pump
it?
action.
Shakabula.
Shakabula.
I don't even know what they call
Yeah,
it.
it's called Shakabula.
You understand?
Pow!
So many bullets on his body.
Yeah.
On that very evening, I was made to understand that people that died were many. Maybe like 10 or 18 or something. So many were injured. Everybody. This thing happened at Oreshegun Crescent. Thank you, I won't forget. At the front of Oreshegun's house. That is where the boy, one of our tenant's son, was almost killed. The boy's name is Wasiu. So after the whole thing, everybody ran inside. People carried their dead bodies. Even that boy, he was rushed to the hospital. At 9 o'clock, was it the same day or the second day? When they want to cast this nonsense news, they said, yeah, there was armed robbery attack at Oreshegun Crescent, Oduero Market, whatever. There are no casualties like that. It was just one person that died. And I was like, no what?
Do you have your own TV station? Go and say your own part. Don't start of the
No
story now.
casual. I said, okay. As they were talking, they didn't even mention this guy that was almost dead. I was like, if then I was in SS1, maybe 14 years or something. If my country can give such a big lies on the national TV, no ways. From then, I stopped listening to news because of that one scenario, because of that one case.
Now,
I'm telling you, up to now.
This NSAS case.
It's been like
Up
that.
to now.
It's been like that
When
for
Al Jazeera, all those international
now.
There were lots of
body
stories
wants
that were covered.
they have the footage. They have the full.
They have it, right?
a full standard. Now, because what they were just putting on the news, like we just have a few
Few
deaths
casual.
and
Oh my God.
many dead body was thrown inside the lagoon.
Wow.
You see that?
Meanwhile, they were like,
know.
what's it called?
Since then,
what's it called? The
anything
CNN.
The question is,
This is our country.
Anything
Just
news,
give your
anything
give your
politics.
evidence.
who gave the order?
On this table, we
That
don't
is
know.
what they will say.
No.
And
It's so
and
clear.
that's why you
Except
see-
you want to.
Can you mention them?
Except
That's why you see
we want to
the
act
youth,
like
the youth were saying
like
it has to be
illiterate.
the Lagos State.
The
Lagos State
orders
has know.
to the order given to an army officer can only come from the
top.
Grand Commander of the Federal Republic of
Government.
Nigeria. We
Thank
should
you.
face reality and stop being childish.
Guys,
This is being childish.
But then
How can
this-
you mention Asiwaju? It is.
Yeah,
It
why-
is. I don't.
Not even in power.
You
why is
understand?
the- why is-
honestly
why is-
speaking,
why is Lagos State government not saying
we
okay, fine, it came from the
regretted-
government?
Okay.
we
It came from the
regretted.
federal
can't.
government.
Honestly, I regretted the incident. It was a sad one.
It was.
It was a sad one. Police brutality is real.
Then what was?
Yeah.
Why was
Look at what happened recently.
Why was
You can
see what happened recently.
Police brutality is real, and then
Federal
and then
government gave the order.
In any nation where there's going to be a great change, there must be revolution.
Definitely.
The NSAS protest was a massive
Revolution.
I was glad about it, but the undertone. I'm a politician. I have been practicing politics as far back as when I was in university. You understand? So I know local politics. I did local politics back home.
Then,
Do you understand?
guys,
I relocated back to my local government in Ikorodu to go and understudy ward election, House of Assembly election, and all of those things. So I understand that beyond the surface, there is
Underground.
caucuses going on, caucuses discussion upon caucuses. You see, in politics, this is how it happens. We will be 12 like this. We will sit down on the round table.
Yeah,
We will discuss.
there will be another
After
four,
that,
yeah.
there will be another
Three.
7.
4, 3, yeah.
7.
There
There
will
will
be
be another 3. After that 3, there will be another 1 that will be saying,
No way.
Now you remind me. Let me come in there. You remind me of my politics.
When people talk, when
back
people
then in
just
school.
talk, I'm so sorry. When people just talk on the surface, I just laugh. Because there
we
is
talk
a
about
national security
civil
advisor
ceremony?
that reports to
When
the
we
president, the
we
Federal
have
Republic
to-
of
we have
Nigeria,
to-
the GCFR.
What says?
Yeah.
There is the chief of defense staff.
Sorry,
There is,
sorry, my
you
brother.
know,
So guys, we have 3 minutes now because this conversation is really getting heated up now. And
Yeah.
it's interesting though. So which means we will not conclude this conversation here on this very episode here. So we will have to have part 2 for this though. So we have 3 minutes now. So yeah,
Getting for research.
so just to in conclusion though, guys. Sorry. So in conclusion though, so you were saying something, please. You have 30 seconds to conclude what you were saying. So then, before we round off today's topic though.
Thank you very much. It's been a wonderful time. We all regretted police brutality and many of the odd treatment that Nigerians face from the political powers. It's sad, it's painful, but also in reality, we have to face reality. Whenever there is anything, the ball stops at the seat of power in Abuja, and it is wrong. Achiwaju deserve an apology to be named and to be victimized. He said, "Sir."
Thank you very much. And okay, fine. So Yemi, in conclusion, so what do you want to come up with this? I mean, what will be your conclusion though?
Well, I don't really have much to say concerning this.
I mean, concerning the insights and the whole thing there.
All I just want for Nigeria as a country is what is called change.
A great country.
Please.
A great country.
We
to
need
be
change.
proud of.
We want a country that we can be proud of because we've got talent.
Exactly.
We've got talent in that country. Go outside Nigeria. Go to different countries. Go to their schools. You cannot put Nigerians at the back seat.
Thank you.
You can't. So we have to represent what God has given to us.
Thank you.
We've got a lot of genius in Nigeria. You understand? We need to represent that as a country also.
Thank you.
Not just as a human being.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So Shay, so what's your own conclusion?
Yeah.
Words?
So my own conclusion about this is like Yemi says, change, and change is inevitable. Change is a constant thing that happens to people, and I just want to buttress on the transition of power from.
No, we will get it. We will get it in part 2 though. So we just want
To round up this
for now.
one.
So
We go for recess.
So in conclusion, we need a change, and we need more resources to equip our people to know themselves, and also change the nation to be a great one.
Thank you very
Please.
much. So my own conclusion is this, right? What we all know, and everyone in that country knows that yes, the same response, the same answer everybody wants, that's keeping everybody on the tip of their seat here, is the fact that they want who gave the order. We all know who gave the order. Definitely, just as Daniel said, we all know the one who controls the army and everything is the president. Now you expect the governor who is in the same political party to say, my president, my party member gave the order. Bruh, use your brain. You expect Tinubu, who is the founder of that political
Who has an aspiration.
you understand? Who has an aspiration to tell you the government gave the order?
It's not
We all know,
possible.
and then do you expect Buhari himself to say, guys, I gave the
I
order?
gave the order. From
The
where?
question is this, right? And then we all know the system of government we're using has been
The
changed
Constitution gives
in,
power to the
I think in
president.
1999.
Yeah.
They changed everything from, because we don't use geopolitical what's it called anymore now. We use now every power now resides. We use federalism system of government now.
Yeah.
Every power resides with the government, with the president.
With the president.
So the presidency is the one who gives order. So now do you expect Buhari to say I did? No, the bruh. So all we just want to say is here, guys. Now the way
want
we all
change.
say politics is
Sad.
politics. It's sad. It's regrettable. We just have to live the way we say it. Please, guys, youth of my great nation, please live your life and then just
Embrace change.
Just embrace it.
I think
it's something that's happened already.
I think we need to give the audience we kind of a suggestion to like, what do you think?
Yeah.
we can
I
do
think on the
and advise
on the youth,
or
yeah.
advise on the way
Yeah,
forward
drop your
of a new
comments.
Nigeria. Yes.
All right, so guys, so
Give
to
us
you
likes,
thank you very much.
comments,
Yeah.
and we'll come back to this.
So thank you very much. Yeah, you guys, as you heard us said, well, please like, share, and subscribe
And
to this.
subscribe.
And you understand? So
Thank
till we see you
you.
next time. For the
I love
second
you.
part, for the concluding part of this topic here, politics in Africa, in Nigeria. See you guys next week. The name still remains Kabir, and this is.
I'm Daniel. I'm saying bye for now.
And
Oh my
here,
God!
the queen
Yeah,
of the
that's
house.
it.
The queen of the house.
Yeah, Yemi Kuti.
One and only O'Shea.
All right, see you guys next time, and bye for now.